Hello, everyone. As you know, I am Katrina Martin, as it says in the on this video. I'm known as the Tax Whisperer on Instagram, so please like, follow, and subscribe. But what I wanted to talk to you guys about was you'll hear this term, and I specialize in doing tax planning and tax strategy. But a lot of times I realize that people don't know what tax planning is. So I just wanted to share just a video series about getting your business started, what tax planning is, what tax strategy means. So let's talk about this meeting. This video is going to be focused on what is tax planning. So everybody thinks that filing your tax return is all you got to do, and or maybe filing some estimated taxes if you have a business. But let's talk about what tax planning is. And it's not just for the wealthy, it's for any individuals who don't qualify for a lot of the tax credits. And the tax credits being that you make under $50,000, you may have some dependents that are under 17, or just dependents in general. So you don't qualify for a lot of the earned income credits and the child tax credits and those sort of things. Those put money back in your pocket if you meet certain income criteria. But typically you phase out of those after you start to make 50,000 and above. So once you phase out of that is when you start seeing people say, I have to pay the IRS some money, because that's when you start being that tax you end up having to start covering out of pocket, especially if you're not having enough coming from your wages, if you're an employee, or if you're not paying estimated taxes, if you're a business owner. So what I want to focus on is making sure that you understand what tax planning is and why it's necessary. So let's get started. So we're going to make this really short and sweet because I'm going to make sure that I don't lose your interest. And I want to make sure that you can take notes and follow along. But remember, this is going to be a series. So just keep notes, and we're going to build out a whole story for you. So today we're going to focus on why is tax planning important. So tax planning is important because once you get over that income threshold where you're starting to be liable for taxes, where you're going to start owing taxes, like I said, that sweet spot is about $50,000. Once you get to that place, filing your taxes once a year or looking at your taxes once a year is not beneficial to you, because that tax return every year, that's just your compliance check with the IRS. The IRS just wants you to report what you made last year so they can match it up to what they have in their system. If you're an employee or if you're self-employed, matching up to what they found in the system to see that, are you paying your fair share of taxes? So that's just the reporting system. But the tax laws and the tax credits and the tax benefits and perks, those that you may qualify for, in order to have them apply to you, you have to do certain things to make those things applicable to you. The only way you're going to be able to do that is not when not when you're filing your tax return, because that stuff is for the previous year, right? So that year already happened. You can't apply something that you didn't proactively apply when it was in progress. So you can't do after the fact. There's only a few areas where you can do that. And a lot of times you got to come out of pocket to do that. But let's talk about proactively tax planning in the current year. So that means looking at what your income is, looking at what your projections are going to be, and figuring out solutions to keep the money in your own pocket and not the IRS pocket. So I'm going to give you two tests. So if you're a W-2 employee and you're making over $50,000, what you can do right now is look at all of your pre-tax opportunities with your employer and make sure that you're utilizing those tools to your advantage. Max out your 401k if you need to, max out any pre-tax things, because they're going to put money back in your pocket, like your HSAs. Those can be a retirement fund for you after you retire. So it's not a use it or lose it thing, it's actually putting money back into your pocket long term. So that's if you're a W-2 employee. But the goal is after you get to a certain point, become a business owner. If those hobbies that you have, start becoming a business owner and start figuring out a way to profit of or monetize those things that you do for fun, or that you just have a natural talent for and you have a passion for. So as business owners, there we go. I got paused for a second. So, but as a business owner, you definitely need to proactively tax plan, because all of your money has not been taxed. So all of that money is taxable income, right? So outside of the standard deduction. So whatever you have going on in your business, say above 18,000, 12 to $18,000, that's taxable money. That's money that you're going to be taxed on. So you got to figure out a solution to how do you keep that money in your business, in your pocket, and so you can grow your business, right? The only way you're going to be able to do that is with tax planning. So I'll give you a tip here with a tax planning tip right now for a business owner. So if you're an LLC, and you've been in business for a while, if you're made under $40,000, start looking at ways to invest into your business, because everything that you spend on your business is a write-off, right? But once you get to a certain point in your business, say where you're making over 50 grand, that self-employment tax is going to start hitting you. So that's when you need to start reevaluating your business and looking at, do I need to incorporate this business? Does it make more sense for me to look at to maybe even becoming an S corporation or a C corporation? Or did I form a partnership and I need to start filing a partnership return? So over the next few weeks, I'll start going into those things a little bit deeper. But right now, I want you to start thinking about what tax planning is. Tax planning is putting strategies in place in the present sense, in the present time, that is going to help you for your tax filing time to keep more money in your pocket, as opposed to having tax time come and it's like you're playing a slot machine trying to figure out what that number is. Tax planning means that you already know what that number is going to be because you dictated what that number is going to be. But I hope you learned something. Please take notes. Please comment in the comment section if there's some questions that you have or you're interested in finding out more. And if you want to book a strategy call with me, my link's in the bio, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Bye, y'all.